So then, Championship home kits. It is only fair that we do the Championship. There's been loads of requests to do it, and of course, unfortunately, we've got Raddad in here because he does quite like kits. He always gets a bit fussy with kits at times. I thought many kit videos. We might as well get him involved. We'll do the away kit version in the near future. Or I'll probably just do that on my own. But yeah, let's just get going with it. We're going to be going through all the home kits. Bar Bristol City, because they can't be bothered to release the kit. So, yeah, let's just start in order. Barnsley, out of 10. What would you give that, Dad? And we've got Ali.
Barnsley, out of 10.
Yeah.
I like it. It's crisp. It's clean. 8.
Yeah, I agree, to be fair. I mean, it's pretty standard, isn't it?
No faffing about, no fussing.
We're not just saying this just to win Barnsley fans over, just because they beat us, and they might even beat us this weekend.
Got nothing to do. We're just doing kits, aren't we?
Yeah. But just after this comes out, we're playing them at the weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna give that an 8 as well. It's pretty decent.
Ali gives it an 8 as well.
Birmingham then. I'm not sure about this, honestly.
No, I'm not sure.
I'm not. I mean, there's lots going on. There's a not even check. It's a very weird pattern. There's the sleeves.
I don't mind that little, pattern. The white sleeves. That's to me is an Ipswich kit from years ago.
And the collar as well.
And I don't like the collar. It looks a bit silly. Birmingham are called the Blues for obvious reasons. A plain blue shirt, please. Royal blue shirt. I'm sorry, because of the sleeves and the silly collar. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, 4 probably agree, to be honest. 4.
Yeah, Aldi says the same. 4.
You don't have to do that every time, you know.
So
you don't have to do that every time.
Oh, Ali's not talking.
No, I didn't.
Owly.
No.
Guys, he's upset, Owly.
Okay, you can do it every time.
Right, okay.
You can do it every time, gladly. Yeah. Blackburn Rovers then, what do we make of this? I think that's pretty standard really, isn't it, for Blackburn? You can't really go wrong with it. I mean, I've always liked Blackburn's kit. It's quite an iconic shirt. What would you give it out of 10?
That, again, I give that 8.
Yeah. I do think the sponsor kind of ruins it a little bit.
Well, it would on most shirts, but that's by the by. I like the red cuffs. I would like to see the blue and the white vertical section of the shirt right up to the top. That, as a Blackburn fan, I'd be happy with.
Yeah, I'd give that an 8.5. I would. What would you say?
No, I'll stick with the 8.
8, yeah, okay.
Right.
I forgot what you said.
Oh no, Aldi says 8.5.
Bournemouth then. Of course, we saw this towards the tail end of last season in the Premier League. I mean, Bournemouth, I often think that their kit looks exactly the same every year, but they have made an effort this time to change it. Like, it kind of all fades into one.
Yeah, it's kind of graduated, isn't it?
I wasn't fussed at first, but I do like it now.
Yeah.
What would you give that?
That's 7.5. But again, with striped shirts, what manufacturers do nowadays, they just leave a plain sleeve and just concentrate on the stripe or stripes down the body. I like to see the stripes on the sleeves as well. But yeah, nice.
Yeah,
you notice a Bournemouth shirt straight off. Not many teams have got that.
I think it's definitely different. So what did you give it? So
7.5.
Yeah, probably fair to be fair. Brentford then, pretty. It's not really much different from last season, from what I remember. I do like the fact that the white is separated with the thin black stripe.
Yeah.
That kind of makes it look different.
That makes it distinctive. I like their badge anyway, but yes,
yeah,
nice.
I'll give
that an 8.
Pretty standard Brentford shirt. Let us know if you're a Brentford fan or any fan what you think of your kit. I'm going to give that an 8 as well.
Yeah, Cardiff.
Cardiff then. I mean, I'm not sure. I think last season's did look better. There's just something about it that it just doesn't look...
Two-tone hoops.
Quite.
Nice.
I mean, it's different from last season, but it's pretty standard.
So is this an all-blue kit, or have they got white shorts?
I don't know. I think it's white shorts.
Again, nice, crisp colour. Pale blue colours, yep, nice, yep. 8. Sorry, I'm being a bit samey here, but that's an 8, I like it.
I'm going to give it a 7, just to be different. Coventry. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely unique, isn't it? The pattern at the bottom. I mean, what's Coventry's... That's not a traditional kit, is it? Just a blue
Coventry,
shirt?
to me, when I was growing up in the old First Division, was an all pale blue kit, like the top of the thing, with white collars and cuffs. But I quite like that. The funky pattern at the bottom, okay, that making it distinctive. But
yeah, I think
7.5 for me.
I think they're all pale blue this season.
Yeah, well, that's Coventry's kit as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. I probably would go for 7.5 too. Let's just do this one as quick as possible. Derby, honestly, forgetting the team, it is actually quite a nice shirt. So
I agree with you. It's a nice, crisp, clean. I keep saying crisp. A nice, straightforward white shirt with a bit of piping, a traditional derby round.
Just stop with the praise too much, Dad.
No, I'm not praising it. I'm just commenting on the shirt, not the team. Yep. 7.5.
7. I'll just give it a 7 just because it's a bit different. Huddersfield then. I mean, they're darker blue this season compared to last season, but other than that, it is pretty much the same as normal. I think it's thicker stripes as well. You can't really go wrong with that, to be honest.
I mean, it's a blue shirt with 2 white stripes down the sleeve. This is what I mean about having stripes in the sleeves. But it looks nice. There's no faffing about. 7.5.
You're saying that quite a bit, but I'd probably go for...
That's my honest opinion as per shirt.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go for the same.
Luton
Town then.
Okay.
It's different from last season because I seem to remember that I think the sleeves were white. It definitely wasn't just an orange shirt, but
I can't remember.
I suppose they definitely didn't have just a plain orange shirt. I know that. I just noticed though, one's end of the sleeve's white, the other one's blue, which I think looks a bit odd. It just looks strange. Because at first I just thought I didn't even notice it was white.
No,
but
I didn't notice that.
Overall, it's a bit basic, but
very basic. But you've got to distinguish between them and Blackpool, hence the blue collar and cuff. And Luton, to me, again, I grew up with Luton playing in their away kit. They initially had white, navy white, and that was the orange shirt was their away kit. I don't know why they swapped, but 7.5 for me. Howley?
I'll probably give it the same.
He's not sure. He needs to think about it.
Middlesbrough.
Right.
I don't know. It just looks. I don't think it really looks that nice. To be honest.
Too fussy.
Yeah, I suppose that's. I mean, the collar kind of kills it. The blue here, I don't really like that.
Oh yeah.
It looks and then I think the sponsor in the white hoop does look kind of different, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give that a 6.
Maybe if the collar was plain red. That would rate better for me. That is 6.5. But Borough again, classic Borough shirt for me is an all red shirt kit with a white hoop across the centre of the shirt. So to distinguish it from anybody else, but 6.5.
Millwall then. Well, last season they had white sleeves. I seem to remember. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit like our kit in ways, isn't it? It's made by Macron, the same as ours, and that we do have. Basically exactly the same sleeves and collar, but with blue and white. I mean, I think the sponsor's a bit too big. I don't know, it's just this picture as well.
It should be lower down on the shirt.
And maybe it should be lower as well, but
husky chocolate a bit lower down. Again, Millwall to me is a royal blue shirt, not a navy blue shirt, but it is very distinctive. I mean, immediately you know that's a Millwall shirt. Not many teams have got a dark kit. I mean, it's almost black.
What would you grade it?
7.5.
I think, that's probably fair, to be honest. 7.5. Norwich then. I don't think you can really complain about this one, to be honest.
They have had some weird kits in the past.
Pretty standard. This time it's kind of just a plain yellow shirt, really. I'm going to give that an 8.
I'll give it an 8, but I would like to see no white around the collar and cuffs, but just the green.
Maybe minus that. It might look better.
8, yeah.
Now, we're not being biased here.
We're not being biased.
Honestly, we both think that this is actually a really nice shirt out of all the other championship kits. I mean, a lot of people are also saying it's very similar to our kit last season, minus there's no thin, faint stripes like there was last time.
Pencil stripe,
yeah. And obviously the sleeves, there wasn't white on them last time.
Well,
but
I like the 2 little thin.
It is a good shirt, and like I've said a few times already, I really like it. So I probably would. I mean, this is the highest grade we're going to give it. I'm going to give that a 9. I don't think it's a 10. I think a 9.
10. No, it's not a 10, and it would seem a bit biased for me to say 9. I'm going to go 8.5.
Preston then. I think a lot of people don't like this, and I understand why, because the collar, the blue sleeves. It's a bit like a lot of Premier League teams, like Burnley. Their sleeves are like half and half, when this should be all different. If they're going to be a different colour, it should be the whole sleeve.
Yep, you're right.
I mean, I don't know whether that's just this picture. It doesn't look like it's the full sleeve to me. I just don't think the collar's needed either.
An all-white shirt, really?
Yeah.
For me. Yeah, 8.
I think that's being polite, to be honest.
I'm being polite. No, sorry, 7.5 because of the mad navy blue sleeves.
I was going to give it a 6.5, to be honest. QPR then. I mean, obviously their away kit, they've literally directly copied us because they obviously liked our kit more than anyone did. But the home kit, it is a pretty standard QPR kit. Only the badge isn't the actual badge. It's kind of like the hoop fades into it. Look.
Yeah.
You've never been a fan of that when a club's done that.
No. Again, I'd like to see the blue hoops on the sleeves. But yes,
Maybe
you
more
know
hoops.
Straight away is a QPR shirt, or is it a Reading shirt?
Yeah.
But no, it's QPR.
I think there's also a bit too much white on it. There should be a bit
Presumably
more blue.
the back of the shirt is plain white, probably red numbers.
I just think it's too much white. I think there should be more blue on there.
More blue, yeah.
But I'll give that a 7.
7.5 for me.
Now, speaking of Reading, it's definitely different to QPR, and I do prefer it.
It's distinctive, isn't it?
This time, there's a lot more blue going on than QPR's kit. I do like the detailing around the collars and cuff, the red, white, and blue. It is a good shirt. I'm probably going to give that at least, 8.5. I'll give that. What would you give it?
8.5, but I would like to see plain blue collar. But that's just being fussy. But 8.5. Wow, he's getting very excited about this.
Sheffield Wednesday. Honestly, I'm not. I mean, it's a pretty standard Sheffield Wednesday shirt, but the toning, it's not just a plain blue.
Deeper blue, shouldn't it?
It's
more
like
blue throughout.
It isn't just a solid colour. It's got that pattern which I'm not sure about, to be honest.
8. I like the black collars and cuff.
Who even are they made by? I've never even heard of that company before.
LV8.
Never heard of that.
No, I don't know.
Never heard of them.
Ali says he gives it 407 out of 10. A little bit biased there, I think, Ali, but never mind.
I think so.
Bit over enthusiastic.
I'm going to give that 7.
Stoke City.
Stoke. Again, we're not just going to give this a low grade just to annoy Stoke fans more, but honestly,
I like that.
That is again, a lot of these shirts are just
Proper
pretty.
striped shirt, but again, the sleeves are plain red. Yeah, but I like that.
A lot of these shirts are just
if I was
standard.
a Stoke fan, I'd be happy with that.
And I mean, I suppose the different thing compared to last season's is it's red and white stripes, but then it's got the thin red stripe next to it.
Yep.
And around the well, no, it hasn't actually, but it's pretty similar. I'm gonna give that a 8. Swansea. Now this is probably one that can divide opinion, to be honest. I do think it's definitely different, and I like the fact that the pattern at the bottom is also on both sleeves. Pretty different that. Honestly, I like it, to be honest. What would you go for?
I like it. I'm not so sure about the crazy Bridget Riley effect. She's an artist, by the way, at the bottom.
Definitely different.
I could live with that as a Swansea fan. 8.
It's a pretty good shirt. I'm going to give that a 7.5. Watford. Final kit. It is one that's definitely going to divide opinion. If Swansea does this well, in ways I want to say I really like it, but I also hate it at the same time. There's a lot going on, and I do like the fact that all the arrows basically are all centered around the badge, but black sleeves as well. I think Watford are one of those teams. Every single year, you just cannot predict
Watford
what their kit's going to be.
What kit they want and stick to it.
Every
it's
season,
stripes, halves, plain.
Just look at their kits. They've had stripes a few years ago.
And this is just a ploy to get you as a Watford fan to buy the kit.
You say that, but fans of that club will still buy the kit.
They'll still buy it, yes.
Even if it was the same design every year.
And it applies to every team.
Only it's slightly changed. They would. Yeah. So they don't need to do that to get people to buy it. They'll buy it even if it's their proper kit. But I mean, what would you grade it?
5. Because that's not a Watford shirt. That's just somebody in the design studio saying, I'll tell you what, let's do this for a day. I'll get a paintbrush, splatter some paint on the shirt. There, that's the end result. I'll
give that a 5 as well. But there we go. That is it for grading all the Championship home kits. Away kit will follow without Rad Dad, thankfully, that time. But I thought we should get him involved in at least one of these kit ranking videos. I hope you enjoyed. Do you want to say the outro? Like and subscribe.
Subscribe. Buy the book. Don't ride your bike on the pavement. Remember that, lads. Is that it?
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
2 rads.
2 rads.
We're on the road to 1K.
On the road to 1. Yeah, we're on the road to 1K. Thank you.
And I'll see you next time.
And I'll see you next time.
And I'll see you next
Au
time,
revoir.
lads. Come on, you Reds.